All right, guys, get ready for edgestudiosonline.com. We are doing a test here. Time remaining is currently 2:31. Hey guys, my name is Paul Brumbaugh. I'm here live in Edge Studios in San Francisco, and I guess I should actually step back from the microphone because before I was heck of loud on Africa TV. If you're checking us out on any of these, I'm sorry, you're getting an echo, folks. Sorry. Let me do this. Let me be professional. Hi guys, how are you? Good to see you guys. I'm live here in Edge Studio San Francisco. I'm sitting back. We're doing a test. We're doing a test for see how professional I am? I even have things going off in the background. I'm doing a test for the new podcast, Junkyard Rat. Junkyard Rat is going to be hosted by Chris Shapakazi. And let's see if we can get him on camera. I'm not even sure. I think we're doing it on Wednesdays 1 to 3, I believe is what we're doing. But we'll find out really soon. Joining us, oh man, I want to get out of that camera way. Let me get out of the camera way because I don't have any kind of, here we go. Chris, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty
good. Good to see you. You're going to be doing a show here at Edge Studios in San Francisco. Tell me a little bit about what you think you're going to do.
Well, I have a problem with the way people treat rats. You know, I was born the year of the rat, and I'm tired of hearing from friends that they're trying to kill rats. And I feel like I was meant to be here to make people fall in love with rats. I want people to fall in love with me. They fall in love with rats. I'm going to talk about things that I smoke a lot of weed, whatever. I talk about weed. I'm always high. I like sports. Whatever I feel like talking about that day. Sometimes I'm just going to complain about Bart.
Yeah, you know, I was just on Bart today, and there was a lot to complain about. Every time, so Bart versus, let's say, Caltrain, you can't eat on Bart. You can get fined. They will get you. If you're smoking on a platform, they'll get you. The Bart police are out to get them some do-re-mi.
No, I've been busted smoking weed on Bart, and They just tell you not to do it.
Really? So
Yeah.
you've actually been busted smoking pot on BART. That's kind of cool.
They took me out. They looked at my ID to make sure I'm not wanted for anything. And they actually asked me if I know I'm not supposed to smoke weed on BART. I was like, yeah. And just don't do it again. But they're not really looking for food or drinking. But yeah, if you're in the last train, out of the 8 trains or whatever,
Right.
there's always people doing kind of activities that are not allowed. But yeah, I don't think they look for weed anymore. I think people got violent, so they're like, let's look for criminals.
So in other words, they're not sweating the small stuff.
Nah, and most of the time they can't even tell who's smoking it. They really got to catch you doing it. But when I got caught, I told the guy, I was quick, so I put my joint in my drink.
Right.
And they're like, I try to tell them, like, that wasn't me. That was somebody else who was in the other side. And after a while, they're like, look, we're not taking you in unless you admit to it, you did it. I said, okay. Okay, I did it. I was smoking weed.
Now, the name of your show is Junkyard Rat. I always think of, what is it, Edward G. Robinson. You dirty rat. Yeah, you dirty rat. Have you ever been called a rat or a dirty rat before?
Well, no, I was born the year of the rat. But
Get that.
But I used to be a big WWF fan, and I liked the Junkyard Dog, so I took the rat, but I've never really. Some people don't like rats. Some people are criminals. They're like, you're a rat. You're gonna tell on me, and I'm like, nah. I mean, I'm tired of people just having these weird ideas about what a rat is. Rats are beautiful animals. They're beautiful people.
You got a rat's back on this one.
Yeah, I have a friend that called Oakland to have them kill the rats, and I was like, look, you can't be my friend if you're trying to kill rats. It's just not right.
Now, you're also a stand-up comedian here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Pretty much a legend, Chris. I can say that. Coming from a semi-legend, I can say that I'm sitting with a legend here because the first time I met you, I had already heard about you.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. I mean, people know who I am. They just don't book me anymore. I'm ready to go in and piss off more people on stage.
So we're in the age of canceling. And you say you're not getting booked like you used to. Is it because you're not banging the pavement? Is it because they're not seeing you? Or is it because you're not as active as you once were?
I think people just moved away, instead of putting myself out there and doing stand-up, I started hanging out at the weed lounges instead. I got lazy, and a lot of people moved away. I don't know anybody who's really doing it. And the main problem is that I'm not on Bacon. It was the guy before. I think Dan Wilson boot me from Bacon like 6-7 years ago.
In case you guys don't know what Bacon is, Bay Area Comedy Network is basically a page on Facebook where a lot of the Bay Area comedians go and find out where your local mic is, how to get on a showcase, or local gripe session. Yeah. Somebody can post something and all of a sudden you don't know it until you're 109 comments in that you've been trolled and catfished into a conversation. So
yeah, I really don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't know there's no other listings for open mics, and really I got tired of open mics. I felt like I didn't need open mics.
Well, we're beyond that, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, I don't do any of that stuff. I mean, I show up on Fridays. My friend has a show, The Best of SF, and
right over here at the Hobart Building.
Yeah, the Hobart Building. But I show up once in a while. But now they're really filled, really booked.
Because they're a popular venue and a popular show, and now even you throwing your weight around or your clout around, it's hard to sometimes even get that set.
Yeah. It's hard to get into all this, but the way I figure out is that it's always there. It's always, but like I kind of like lost. I don't know what's going on anymore. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. Do they even have open mics anymore?
They do, but it's not listed like it used to. I mean, when we were coming up, there was a thing called sfstandup.com where you could actually go to the website, say you were looking for stage time or you wanted to see a show. And if you were looking for stage time, you hit the stage time thing and you would actually go down by day and it would break it down by area. Like, oh, in San Francisco on a Monday night, there's 3 open mics and here's the deal with that open mic. You need to email or you need to get on Facebook or you need to go there and sign up. And it was a good little well-managed thing. And I remember who managed it. It was Drew Harmon and Jeff Cleary, if I'm correct. Mm-hmm. And so they started that SF stand-up, or at least maintained it when I came on board, 14 years ago or so. So, okay, so there's not really a place to find those open mics. There's not, plus that's beyond you at this point.
Yeah, I felt like I kind of got stuck, and I never moved on to the bookings, and on top of it, I don't even have a car anymore. So it's like these days it's different. Like I used to be able to drive around, and my friends kind of moved on. They moved to LA, and at the end, it's like it's time somebody books me on. Like I feel like it's a new year. I haven't gone on stage this year yet. I feel like I'm ready. I think the last time I got on stage was the day before I turned 50 years old. And I went on, and he didn't even give me 15 minutes. He gave me like 7 minutes.
That's not even enough to wet your beak.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. It's like
you're doing an open mic at that point.
Yeah, and I mean the Zoom shows, they're like open mics because you sit there and you gotta pay attention and you wait for your turn.
And you don't get the instantaneous response because, like a lot of the Zoom shows that I was on during the pandemic, by the way, the pandemic did a lot of things for us. It took comedy and a lot of things and just shook it up like a Etch-a-Sketch, mm-hmm. and messed everything up. And so one thing is we went to Zoom shows and video shows and some sort of virtual comedy show, and a lot of those shows, folks, were just like you with your family, just a lot of squares of people. And the producers of the show, depending on the show, would either mute certain mics or leave other ones live. I've seen them where they left every mic open on every audience member, hoping that they would laugh and elicit laughter while the comedian's talking. And in the beginning, there was a lot of clunky stuff where if there was too many people talking at once, it might cut off the comedian. And it would cut off their mic. Other times, they only muted certain mics, and other mics they didn't. And depending on who they didn't mute, like I remember multiple times where either somebody's talking in the background, kids screaming, something like that, and you're trying to perform, and you're looking at these little squares trying to connect with people, and you're connecting with things that are, the size of a graham cracker. Mm-hmm. And it's really hard to read people. You can't see the body language. You could barely see the eyes. And you find yourself scanning like you're looking, like you're reading something. Yeah. And so it's a different art. So that was different. So what we need to do, Chris, we need to actually get you some stage time. We need to go actively knock on some doors, pound some pavement. We need to send some messages to some of these producers and say, you're back.
Yeah.
Just put, I'm back.
I think I should be on stage because they're doing all this battling now.
Oh, and now it's kind of your thing. You're kind of, you're not a traditional insult comic, but you're not a happy-go-lucky, I won't talk to you at all. You usually engage with your audience.
Yeah, but like I always felt like if I was battling somebody, I would do my research. I might go too far on them. I mean, there's certain things you still can't say to people.
You can't talk about their mama.
Yeah.
You can't do certain things. But yeah, so you would do your homework and you would make sure that you would find their Achilles. heel, right? You would make sure.
I used to do like a lot of improv classes, and I like the competitiveness, but they really didn't tell you to be competitive. But that's one thing I liked about it. I liked the fact that I felt like I'm out here competing against you. Like I'm out here to burn you. Like it's something I enjoy doing, and yeah, I feel like I should be battling some of these people just like one on one, like the old hip hop days where people would go up and rap against each other. But yeah, it's like I can't blame
like Eminem and 8 Mile.
Yeah, I think but I've always been there. But it's like I don't know. I think Vahe moved on with new friends. I used to have a show with him, and he kind of replaced me one day. And I don't feel bad because he's younger than me, so he found some friends that are like, you know, his age.
His peers.
His peers, like, you know, he's got new people.
Were you starting to feel creepy, like you were the old man? What's going on, bro?
Not really. I mean, we used to live near each other, but you know, things change and.
Yeah, I mean, relationships change. They morph, and I'm pretty sure he goes, wow, I remember how close I was with Chris back in the day.
Yeah. In fact, I try to get him to sponsor me. I said, sponsor me, damn it.
In what kind of way? We're not talking about AA sponsor.
No, I said, give me the 150, and I'll talk about your show.
Oh, so basically you're his megaphone.
But he's like, nah, I'm not doing that. But I like you gotta, you know. But he really doesn't need advertisement for that show.
Maybe that's what you need to do. You need to go on something like what is it called? Cameo. You can go on Cameo and start, you know, charging people. Hey, I'm going to record a message for you, but you got to tell me like whose birthday it is or who you want me to talk shit about or whatever.
That's true.
So that's interesting. So now, how do we keep up with everything that you're doing, Chris? I mean, tell me your socials or tell us how to keep up with you. And also, especially with Facebook, let us know how these people can book you for a show, man.
Well, I'm on Facebook, of course. I'm Chris Schiappacasse, SCHIAPPACASSE. I guess I gotta come up with a page so people would remember me easier. And my idea was I want to take Junkyard Rat and like I want to take it and make it as a product. So
you want to have a brand.
I'm trying to get a brand. So I'm thinking I got some hats made with my Junkyard Rat that I'm gonna wear.
All right.
But my idea is I want to take Junkyard Rat and like sell it personally, and that's my idea with Junkyard Rat. I'm hoping that people will buy T-shirts, and because they actually Vahe made some T-shirts for his show with me on it, but you know he doesn't do that anymore. So
even that. So just imagine that you could have not only your own branding, but you'll be selling it. I mean, literally, you'll have a brand that people will know the logo. They'll be listening to you. Something you can sell as merch when you're at shows.
Yeah.
You know? So, all right. So how do we keep up with everything that you're doing, Chris? Where do we find you on social media?
I'm on Twitter. My main Twitter page is 3-in-1 Audio Set. I'm on Instagram. I'm Junkyard Rat. I think I'm on TikTok, but I haven't got any followers yet.
Okay.
So I don't know why I can't get followers at TikTok. But just look, I'm everywhere. I'm out here. I'm always in the city because I have the AMC Movie Pass.
Right.
So I go to the Metreon a lot. But I'm ready. I'm ready to battle. I'm ready to take over comedy. And I'm ready to just look at my friends that I thought were going to make it and take me with me. I'm like, what happened to you people? You know, you were supposed to make it big and take me. But it's like they stalled. Everybody stalled at one point. And I feel like it's my job to come in and just, you know, say, we got to take this to the next level.
There you go. And that's what you're going to be doing. So you guys definitely check out everything Chris is doing. We'll have his information down here in the notes on whatever social media you're watching us on. If it's Twitch, if it's YouTube, it's at Facebook or Twitter, or even Africa TV. Thank you for joining us today. For myself and Chris, We'll see you next time here. And next time it will be on Junkyard Rat, which is going to be cool. So thank you guys very much for hanging in there. My name is Paul Brumbaugh. Definitely go check us out at edgestudiosonline.com. We are streaming 24/7 live content, original content from San Francisco, the Bay, and beyond. So again, thanks for joining us, Chris. We will see you next time here on Junkyard Rat. Keep standing up, guys.
See you later.